going on, world? It's the NRW where nerds rule the world. Your boy Kuya P, and of course, my man Webster Style. The trios champions are here. Shout out to Sean Mongold. He's doing some back suplexes or something. He was all over the place recently. He went on a trip with the lovely Maki. They went somewhere for some convention. It's escaping me at the moment. Probably recovering from that right now.
Yeah.
Our love to Sean, but right now you have the tag team of Webster Style and Kuya P. Man, how are you, Webster Style?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Happy to be back.
Yes, sir. You were on the road as well. That's right. Both of y'all were on the road.
I was in Lone Star State last week. Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good.
All right. Well, there's been some things happening in wrestling since our last episode. We were excited about, I believe, was it announced last week when it was Jordynne had made her way there? And now we've had a kind of a match since then, before she faces off our girl Roxanne with Stevie Turner, I think is her name, right? You see the image behind me? And unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to watch the match yet because I had some screenings that I was doing for the channel.
Yeah, you've been busy.
I was busy, dude. A lot of films on this week. Go check it out. Bike Riders, The Watchers, and Bad Boys Ride or Die on the channel right now. But you did. What's the style?
Yeah. Look,
what do you think of the match,
YouTube.
man?
It's like 5 minutes. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. It put Stevie. I didn't know who she was before this. Didn't matter who she was. It was, essentially a way of showing off the power of Jordynne Grace. And it's funny because I totally forgot Roxanne or Roxy and Jordynne Grace having a feud in Impact, last year, 2-3 years ago, whenever it was, like when RH dissolved and you had that faction of RH going over. I totally forgot about that rivalry. So these aren't individuals who are new to each other. They very well know each other. So I'm even more looking forward to that match at Battleground next week. But this match with Stevie, it did what it was supposed to do. It showed off Jordynne Grace. Stevie did the job as she should have, and it really made Jordynne look like someone, not that the Royal Rumble didn't do this already, who could really walk out with the title. Now, it remains to be seen whether or not it's going to happen. I think this is one of the things I talk about TNA and how TNA is so unpredictable because I never know what's going to happen, who's going to win, outside of kind of like I think Matt Hardy's going against Moose for the title. That's not happening. We know Matt Hardy's not walking away with the title. But for the most part, most of their matchups, you never know what's going to happen. You never know who is going to win. And that's one of the things I like about this. Long-term wise, Jordynne Grace could very well walk out with the NXT Women's Championship, and the craziness that would ensue if that did happen.
That would be so cool.
But also, that would be so cool. It would be so cool. I think of this, and while it's not the same, was it Samoa Joe and Finn or Samoa Joe and Shinsuke, where the hell's those 3 matches where they traded the title back and forth in NXT Black and Gold? I forget who it was. But those are some great matches. And I'm thinking it's like you have this like trilogy of matches. They kind of go back and forth. You get the first match, then the second match, and then maybe like the third match. The second match, Roxanne wins her title back, or maybe the third match is for the TNA Women's Knockouts Championship. I don't know. This could be a good series of matches, but the question really becomes, what else is going to happen with this now perceived open door between the two companies? What other matchups could we get? Moose has been very vocal online about him wanting to come to NXT. Can you imagine
bring that up to you?
Obafemi?
I'm saying, bro. I brought that up to you last week, dude. Remember?
Yeah.
I brought that up. Yes. And then one of the things I was going to bring, add to this is, I'm sure you probably already saw the comments because you had brought it up as well. Now, Jordynne got hit up from Moose. Right. Girl, why didn't you tell me? And she was like, you would have been the first one to tell everybody that I was doing this, and I had to keep it undercover. So I'm excited, dude. She rocked. Again, I didn't watch the match, but I saw some of the images online. She was rocking her jacket before NXT TNA. Yes. Bro, like, let's go. I don't think it would hurt Roxy to lose the title.
No,
actually, them to go back and forth. It wouldn't. WWE, NXT are the pinnacle. You can't take away that shine. I don't see a problem with this organization and a person that you can work in both. It only helps the brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't hurt WWE in this fashion. If somebody from another promotion is rocking the title, because you could go back and forth with it. And you're establishing something new and different. And that's what you want to go with wrestling now.
Right.
And now's the time. This would never have happened under Vince McMahon.
Oh,
but now it's not a Vince McMahon regime. It's Paul Levesque era and Shawn Michaels.
And Shawn Michaels.
Let's go. It's this. I am optimistic, and I would lose my shit and just love life even more that if they were to let her take the title.
I would love that. I'm just thinking of the women's division in general with Masha Slamovich. And oh man, I forget her. Even Tasha Steelz, I would love to see her pop up. I love Tasha Steelz since her NWA days. That's when I was first. Like they have the Knockouts division is great, and to really see some of those women go up against the NXT women's division, because you got to think though, especially with the way WWE has been doing now, a lot of those NXT women have not been in the indies. Like they are a lot of, and like even though Tiffany's not NXT, she's main roster. Like she was an NIL deal or one of those like developmental deal. Like they plucked her from whatever she was doing and said, "Hey, you could do this." They trained her, and look where she is. A lot of the younger girls, a younger talent, period, but a lot of the women specifically in NXT came in like this, so they don't have a lot of experience on the indies. So these are literally matchups you will have never seen before if you get some crossover with the Knockouts and then the NXT ladies division. Can you imagine, say if Lash wins that North American title, and then somebody from TNA coming over to challenge her like a veteran? And I think, not to knock Natalya, I think that something like that, again, like a Masha Slamovich who's been around a while, her name just, I don't know why, she's always impressed me, so she sticks out with the women's roster. But someone like her coming over, is hard-hitting style she has, and for her to put over Lash, who is, very young and upcoming, and I don't think it would hurt either one of them. This already is better than anything AEW did with TNA. Already, because they essentially buried TNA doing that whole storyline, and it was ridiculous. Right now, they have put Jordynne Grace over like a damn superstar. They never did that when it was Rich Swann versus Kenny Omega. They always looked at Rich Swann like he wasn't up to snuff, like he wasn't worthy to be champion, and Kenny's just going to walk all over you with it. And they never did that. WWE is making them seem like stars.
Yeah. So a lot of optimism here, man. I think from the both of us, it's exciting, and looking forward to Battleground, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So dream matchups. Yeah, we're gonna get them, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And I don't think, again, I think we both echo, it wouldn't hurt either brands to let titles play between the two. I think a good synergy between the two is only going to be beneficial for all parties and for them, for their futures as wrestlers. Because like your point, like you said, these ladies in NXT who, while might be great and are being groomed, they have them go against the main roster people to help improve their skills. Having them go against like another brand promotion is only going to be more beneficial, and helps have them come under the highlights to move up to that upper echelon, which is Raw and SmackDown and all that. And
exactly. I saw one matchup, one dream matchup that somebody put, what I think would be absolutely awesome. It would be Josh Alexander versus Cody Rhodes. That would be awesome. And then also, since Ethan Page is now in NXT,
yes,
him and Josh Alexander reunite to be the North one more time.
So some cool things popping off. NXT, any other highlights from NXT? Because again, like I said, I didn't have a chance to watch it. Let's finish up with NXT WWE before we go into
Ethan Page
AEW.
is supposedly officially signed, so that's something there. And Sean Spears is now going into a feud with Javon Harris, I think his name is, the new high flying kid there. Again, no disrespect to him whatsoever. Javon has done great things. It's just that his name escapes me at the moment. But yeah, I think that that Jordynne Grace is the highlight. I mean, everything was happening. The field is set for the North American, the women's North American tournament. Ethan Page is signed to go against Trick at Battleground. The tag team championships are the OC versus Axiom and
Nathan Frazier.
Thank you, Nathan Frazier.
The superhero squad.
Yeah, so I think that's it. I know Gallus is in play there as well, so I don't know exactly how they're going to play a part in all of those things. But yeah, I mean, NXT consistently, they're doing their thing, and they're look, I understand why the CW paid money to get them, because they're putting out a really good product.
Definitely. A lot of potential there. Just a lot of good stuff. I'm enjoying. And I'm sure you as well. That we're both enjoying with the brand. What about on the main rosters, Raw and SmackDown? I don't think you said you were tuning in too much.
Yeah, I haven't
not for lack of stuff, but I've just been busy.
Yeah.
Any vibes or feelings on the main roster stuff at the moment?
Braun Breaker versus Ricochet. They are pushing that man to the moon, as they should.
Yeah.
But look, I haven't been watching, not because of not lack of quality. From what I've seen, both Raw and SmackDown, while SmackDown is suffering a little bit, it's still good TV. I just haven't had time. But I did see that Braun Breaker Ricochet match. And not just that, the taunting of Samantha Irving and doing it. I was like, oh, he has cemented his heel persona in this one. I loved it. I loved that they are pushing. Oh, girl, what's the other man on Imperium? Well, they got rid of Vinci.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw a little bit of that.
Yeah,
because I did catch a little bit of Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, they're pushing him.
Sheamus went against Tiffany's man. I was about to say husband, but they're not married. But her man Kaiser.
Yeah, Ludwig Kaiser. Yeah, and he got the win, so that was surprising. So yeah, they're definitely pushing him for singles. So yeah, it's like there's some good things going on. Just especially in the past week of travel, just hadn't sat down and watched anything.
Actually, that brings up a notion that we can bring up that I saw recently as well. Tiffy, shout out to Tiffany Stratton, she signed on with the same like publicity firm or just marketing to help her kind of venture out even beyond wrestling. She's using the same people that Cena, I think The Rock, Batista.
Right.
She's expanding her star, bro. What do you think about her, thoughts on that? I don't think we've seen or heard her say anything about doing acting or anything outside of that, but she's definitely signing the right people to help target.
She got the look.
Career out.
She got the look. I don't know about anything else, but she definitely has the look.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what she does with all of that. But she definitely has a look. Definitely has the skills. Don't know about the acting chops, but if the facade that we see that she's putting on, she's doing a great job as the Valley Girl that's clueless type.
Right.
Slash wrestler.
So with that, going to AEW, we know MJF is back and he has apparently signed a new deal with the company. He's come out and said that was the best place for him, and they were paying him a lot of money, which, hey, get your money,
man.
Also,
I still can't wait to see him, what he could do at WWE, bro.
Yeah, but we got a couple more years for that. But we talked about this, and I don't know how this is going to go. We talked about this happening at All Out, but this match is now happening at Forbidden Door. Will Ospreay versus Swerve. I don't know how I feel about this.
Too soon for me, man.
You know what? No, I thought that, but then I thought, what? This is a match Ospreay should lose. Period.
Exactly.
He shouldn't win this.
Exactly.
It is too soon for that. And I think, honestly, it's too soon for Ospreay to win it. But I'm thinking of who they have there, who is a good person to have for Swerve to have a killer match with and to really get over. It would be Ospreay. So in that frame of mind, I'm thinking, oh, this is a good choice. And then is something that you could revisit again later on down the line and then have Ospreay win it if Swerve is still champion.
Yeah.
Especially since Ospreay has an international championship. I didn't understand why he would win the Battle Royal, considering that, give somebody else a shot but I understand this Forbidden Door. Ospreay's big in New Japan, was big in New Japan. He has that fan base. You want that audience to tune in as well. So Ospreay was a good pick for that since it's Forbidden Door. But yeah, if Ospreay wins this, and I know we are a couple weeks out now, but that's something that's prominent to me. Also, the Acclaimed are calling out the Young Bucks, the EVP, so be interesting to see. I'm glad to have them moving from their not MTR, something totally different. FTR.
Yeah.
I'm glad for that. I think FTR has been their luster their shine has lustered a lot doing this whole back and forth with the Bucks. Yeah. And the what is it? It's not the New. Is it a New Japan champion that came out to that's going to be challenging Sasha at the not Sasha, Mercedes Moné at.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't been tracking.
Again, I got to see more how that feud develops. I don't know. They got to get something right with that. Something's not firing right as far like they're doing some good things, but some of the major things like the whole Mercedes thing, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, like we said last episode, we're all kind of like lukewarm on it.
Yeah,
just
lukewarm.
Don't know right now.
Like the whole Willow thing, and then Chris Stafflander attacked Orange Cassidy, so they're doing some good things there storyline wise. I would say honestly, sort of the best storylines they have with their women are that storyline with Stafflander and Willow. Again, Mercedes is not even involved in that, but that was long term. And then obviously our girl Toni Storm and everything they're doing with her. I just wish that. But my saddest thing about the whole Toni Storm thing, while Toni Storm is doing gangbusters, none of these feuds have elevated any of her opponents that she's beaten.
True.
Like, there are afterthoughts in many respects. So I'm a little disappointed about that with regards to how they're presented and the stature that they have, and even just general public. Like, I don't know, some of these feuds you would think that we as fans would be really big on these people.
Yeah.
But no. Not really. And if we weren't already before, like I said, I've always been a big fan of Thunder Rosa, so I'm always big on her. Selena Deebs, Serena, we voiced our opinions about her before. This feud did nothing for her. The one before her and why this is escaped my mind. The Virtuosa, again, I feel the same about her as I had in TNA. Great wrestler, great persona. Outside of money, this wasn't a step up for her.
Yeah.
In this whole situation. So yeah, it's just there are things that are getting better. I'm interested to see and hoping to see things progress and get better as far as they're concerned. And the men's division, it seems aimless to me.
Yeah.
In many respects. I know there's some storylines going on, but for the most part, it just seems like we just like, you know what kills me about AEW? The random inclusion of the AAA matches, or the people from AAA. It's just like, why? Like, it was Blackpool, and then Yuta Wheeler's finally come back. I think that's this week. A 4-way is like a Blackpool Combat Club with Yuta Wheeler, who's been out for months because of concussions. He's finally back, and they're in a 4-way against some random, and I say random because I don't know anything about AAA, and they don't do a good job of telling me about why this is important. But random four cats from AAA. It's random. Like, there's no storyline. There's no nothing. It's kind of, okay, we're going to do this next week. Okay, great. Nothing that tells me why this is important. And I think I love great wrestling. but the story makes the wrestling even better.
Yeah.
Think of some of like our favorite matches of all time. The stories behind those matches make, like Hogan and Andre the Giant Wild. Technically, it's the story behind that match, the build-up, everything leading to that match made that match so great. Shawn Michaels, Heartbreak Kid, like that match. I mean, everything Stone Cold Rock, Triple H Rock, just Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat, like the stories behind all of those matches made them great. And the stories are not working here. In many respects, in my opinion, the stories in AEW just are not working because most of the time there really isn't one. That's my opinion.
Hey, man, I can't argue those points right now because I just kind of feel mellow as a fan right now. And I haven't been able to watch like I would like to because of everything that we've been up to,
right?
Coverage wise. And yeah, so it's kind of odd. And it's a weird time. It's been weird highs and lows as a wrestling fan as of
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, man, wow, this is happening. And then you fall back and it's just like, what's going on? And like, in a way, like, man, what is there to talk about right now? Actually, man, to close this out, because again, we were making this kind of a quick and dirty episode, and also because of just the state of wrestling at the moment.
Right.
I got a kind of question for you, man, because I was looking as we were talking, at things happening. AEW is actually coming to our area, brother, for Juneteenth. AEW Dynamite is going to be at the Eagle Bank Arena on Juneteenth.
Oh, wow.
Should the KayFabeyBaby show go and attend this in person, and how do you feel about that, man? Like, I'm gonna look into it, and maybe we can talk offline on this.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah, we can do that.
And then maybe we'll put that into a content episode of KayFabeyBaby.
Yeah, that sounds good, man.
Yeah, interesting. There's Swerve is on the picture for it. You got Mercedes on the picture for it. Bryan Danielson. I've seen
that's a Wednesday.
A couple of them in person
Dynamite
before, but I've never seen my girl in person before.
So that's Dynamite?
Dynamite, AEW Dynamite.
Okay, yeah.
Juneteenth.
Okay.
Eagle Bank Arena. So stay tuned, y'all. We may cover that, but
yeah, all right.
I'm hoping the product gets better and maybe we'll see something different in person. And if we do that, we'll cover it for y'all.
Definitely.
But until then, any other last words on wrestling before we leave out with what we got going on?
No, man, I got a lot to catch up on.
As do I. So what's going on at Sartorial and Geek that we want to let the people know about?
I got a lot of things planned. I just pretty much before this was recording a new podcast, so I gotta edit that and chop that up. So you'll see that, and then it's constituent pieces as individual segments during the course of the next couple of days. Also, we dropped the latest Game Bites. The Quarry is out to NRW as well as website, our YouTube channels, where we getting spooky with 2K games and Supermassive. So yeah, that's about it. But we're gonna get Fragrances Style, a little bit of Star Trek over the next couple of days. So yeah, that's what's going over here, Webster Style.
There you go. Check out my brother Webster Style. All the things. You're on the NRW. You know what's going on. Tons of reviews, tons of interviews. A whole lot of things are popping off right now. And as possibly promised just now, AEW's hitting up our area with Dynamite. So maybe we can get our crew together to go check things out and see what's good on Juneteenth with Dynamite. All right, y'all. That's been another KayFabeyBaby. Shout out to our boy Sean. It's Webster Style, your boy Kuya. We're out of here in a 1, 2, 3. Peace.
You come in my face, I'm gonna fight you. Well, you're not gonna bust a nut anytime we're in the ring.
I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna eat your ass like a pot of collard greens, baby.
I'm gonna stretch his ass like it's never been stretched before.
You can hide behind that commissioner stuff just so long until I jerk a knot in your ass.
And if you don't think I'm big enough, then you grab a hold of me, and you'll know that I'm growing, my man. Within your hands, I will get as big as I need to be to do the job on you.
All right, just jerk Helmsley off.
There's one part of our bodies that's soft, and it ain't soft all the time. If you catch my meaning,
I'm gonna come on you like nobody's ever come on you before. Just you and I getting it on like two men should do.
Oh, no, that fits right.
Corey boy, I'm coming hard.